What's good, everybody? Hello, good afternoon. Coming to you guys live from Costa Rica. I'm Joey J. Ping. This is the Respect My Region podcast. I've got a very special guest today, Adele Marchetti, Procurement Manager of Lazy River Products, representing Massachusetts. What's going on, Adele? How we living?
We're living good. It's the East Coast in summertime. We're enjoying it out here. How have you
Come on, man.
been?
East Coast summertime. You still got a hoodie on, bro?
Well, yeah, it's air conditioned in the office.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. And you guys are hot enough there in Massachusetts. I've heard it's been up in the triple digits almost.
Almost, I think it's 92 today.
Holy
We're getting close.
cow. What a beautiful summer day in Massachusetts. And there's a lot to do in Mass. You guys have been busy. Before we get into all that, though, I got to shout out our sponsor for today's episode. Big shout out to the homies Trees. Also, we've done a lot of work with them out there in Mass. So big shout out to Trees, our premier partner for all things payment processing, e-commerce, analytics. And overall, they've been powering us just to get to these different conferences and trade shows the last few years, including our North American Weed Tour last year, which is how we met. So big shout out to our partner in a variety of ways. But more importantly, at least for this episode, Lazy River Products, Dracut, Massachusetts. There's another city. You just said it?
Yep, we just opened a second store in Tewksbury back in April.
Tooks or Tootsbury?
Tewksbury, Tewksbury.
So like hooks, but Tooks.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tewksbury. Where is that?
It's kind of adjacent to Lowell. It's not too far from the New Hampshire border. It's actually right off of 495 and 93.
So a good intersection of traffic and travelers. Yeah. And I've heard good things about New Hampshire, but more importantly, they smoke is what I've heard. I heard that they smoke.
Yeah, New Hampshire people, I mean, there's nothing else to do but smoke.
That's ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. Come on, they go weed and beautiful New Hampshire / Massachusetts vibes. Small town, big town, city. What is it?
Tewksbury is definitely a city, a bit bigger than Dracut. Very residential, but they got some great businesses there too. We got right across the street from Wamisit Lanes, which is a really nice bowling alley, golf simulator, kind of all-in-one fun center.
Okay, so an adult fun center, but kid-friendly too, I would assume as well.
Yep, during the day, I believe it is kid-friendly.
Let's go, man. That's cool. How exciting. And with your guys' team, always strategic with the things that you guys do, the maneuvers that you make, whether it's the cultivation side of things and being meticulous there with Kevin and all these different individuals. And then you've got the retail side of things, which is some of your realm, as well as Dean's and some of these other people. You know, we've got Amanda there in the back. Amanda gets a cameo. Big shout out to Amanda. And then of course, making products, the manufacturing side of stuff, which is different than cultivation and retail. You guys are the vertical trifecta. Now you're expanding into a second retail footprint. That you guys are always busy. Do you guys ever get rest? And then you guys at holiday sales and these music stuff. Like it's a summer, dude. Are you guys gonna have You guys having fun by yourself, or are you traveling at least? What you been up to?
I've been going to the coast with my kids a lot, going to Maine, doing some camping trips and stuff. But yeah, no rest for the wicked here. We're always up to something. I mean, we have Riverfest in the spring, summer, and fall, which you joined us for last year, and those are always a really big hit and a big production. But we basically spent all winter ramping up.
We're approaching the middle of summer now, so is the next one soon?
We just actually had one 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so that perfect. The summer kickoff, if you will. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was so nice out. It was a beautiful New England day. First weekend, it had not rained in 13 weeks.
Wow. That is definitely the perfect timing as it could be.
Sun came out for Riverfest.
Just for you guys, just to be able to smoke some of that fire, which you guys also have been entering into contests.
Yeah, we just won second place at Best in Grass for the Dante's Inferno Bubble Hash Infused Glass Tip Blunt.
That's a mouthful. Dante's Inferno Diamond Tip Glass Blunt.
Dante's Inferno Bubble Hash Infused Glass Tip Blunt.
That part is important, the bubble hash, because that's what gets it to be super potent, right? And smack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we matched
what did you think of it? I mean, you're the procurement manager. You try everyone's products across the states that chooses to enter into your competition of your big.
Yeah, so it's one of my favorites, honestly. It was something that we worked on here internally for a long time. Me and the project manager actually went to something like 13 different smoke shops between New Hampshire and Massachusetts trying to find what we were looking for in that perfect blunt. We actually gave up on the production of it for quite some time because we just couldn't find something that aligned with what we were looking for in the quality, right? There was all these hemp wraps and stuff out there, but none of them were that great. And then a current supplier of ours just happened to buy a small subsidiary that made these glass tip blunts. And we knew the first thing we wanted to put in it was Dante's. We knew the second thing we wanted to put in it was the Dante's bubble hash.
Yeah, I gotta have the OG, and then the second thing is the OG infused at that point.
Yeah.
Well, Dante's Inferno smacked when we were out there, man. It was a lot of the weed that Kevin has going on there in your guys' facility, which indoor, pretty large and sizable to say the least. I mean, it was very impressed. Some of the best weed, if not the best, we saw the entire time in Mass. It was you guys in Fresh Connection that were arguably the best that we physically uh, had toured and seen. God, I mean the genetics, the growing, and then you gave. I remember those the moose bites. Is that still the correct term, right? Those little
Yeah,
moose
I believe you had the
taco
Choco
shells.
Taco ones.
Yeah. Those were incredible, man. I sat on that for a little bit. You guys are really crafting some incredible products there. Have you guys launched anything new for the summer, or did you guys come out with any new strains?
Actually, yeah, we came out with our Cherry Wave strain I'd say a month and a half, 2 months ago. But we also came out with our Cherry to Way line, which is some cherry vapes, some cherry pre rolls, cherry lemonade gummies,
Oh,
and we
wow,
also
that's not
have
bad.
these cherry chocolates coming out.
I don't think cherries get as much love as strawberries in the cannabis edible or vape space. You get a lot of cherry flower, right? You get these cherry crosses here and
Hmm.
there, but you don't get a lot of it turned into vapes or edibles as often as I'd like. Or what did you say? A cherry lemonade gummy?
Yeah, it's a like cherry lemon duo gummy. It's like dual layered.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Holy cow! And I know you're pretty. I won't say picky, but I'd say you have a very special palate for what your customers buy. Like
Hmm.
you represent. It's like government. The government's supposed to represent the people. I feel
Yep.
like you know what the people as well as yourself and the industry are looking for. All three of these layers there. Um, have you guys added? Have you been really excited about any of these new partners? Any other new products that you guys have brought on in the store lately?
I mean, always the fresh connection. We've gotten to a point with them where I just tell them, you send me what's good. Whatever you got going, whatever you're cooking up, whatever smells real good, nice and
Yep.
sticky,
Just
and
each batch, send it
everybody's
over.
loving. I don't testing doesn't matter to me. Fresh connection, honestly, their stuff is fire every time. They haven't put through a single batch I haven't liked.
Let's go. Love to hear that. Big shout out to Sam and the team and her brother over there, man. They do incredible work. Um, representing both coasts at that with a little
Yep.
solid experience coming out of Oregon and incredible experience coming back out to this side of the country. Adele, in terms of the did you guys enter any other products at that Best in Grass competition? I thought you guys won more than one.
No, we only won the one, but we did enter a few. So we had our Dante's Inferno, our Juicy J. I
Mm.
believe we had some Poison Mints and Blue Dream in there as
Oh,
well.
that's what it was. You had told me that you had also entered the Poison Mints. I remember.
Yeah, I was hoping the Poison Mints was going to come home with something, but there were some really great competitors this year, so understandable. But it is one of my favorites.
As a season buyer, as somebody that's now getting into the second location, is that a time now where brands are you opening the door to any new brands in this new location, or are we going to stick to our guns and what works to provide a little bit of a runway of consistency at that new location?
I mean, it's a little bit of both, right? So I have a mirrored menu over there. I do have all the same brands between both stores, with maybe a few exceptions.
Hmm.
But we are always looking for what's out there, what's innovative, what's new, who's growing the best. Definitely, the Massachusetts market can be a bit volatile sometimes. We are all aware of the state of AR right now. Some people out there just trying to tighten up their books and things. So when we come down to it, we try to think of the longevity of our company, not just in terms of our product, but in terms of our people. We want to make sure we have a home and
Yeah.
jobs for everybody for quite some time. So we definitely see some different changes in the market. Vertically integrated reciprocals tend to be a very big thing in Massachusetts right now. So
Yeah,
those
I was just
companies,
about to ask. Do you guys sell the Lazy River products at a bunch of other stores? I
we
don't. I don't remember.
do. Yeah, we have a nice wholesale program, so you can find us at
Cool.
all kinds of stores across Massachusetts. We have at ComCam, Panacea, Blue River, Bud's Goods, Bud
Mm,
Barn. So we have our product all over the place. Healing Center, in Fitchburg.
solid.
Shout out to
Was that
them.
the case? Was that the case when we were there before?
Oh yeah, we had some.
Oh,
We don't have much in our micro market in our area, right? Because we have our
yeah, because you
store.
guys are servicing. Yeah.
Yeah. But we have quite a few Worcester out in the Berkshires, Western Mass, Boston, south of Boston on the Cape.
Yeah,
So
gotta hit them all, man. Gotta hit them all. I love
a
that.
little
I love
something for everybody.
That's exciting, man, and it's exciting for you guys to be able to manage all these different verticals of the business to the point where they can all, see operational efficiencies, then success, and hopefully work towards some version of just like perfection, and
Hmm.
then also just to be successful, right? As you said, it's a volatile market. There's a lot of volatility across the country in cannabis with AR, but it's dope to be able to see you guys navigate that and these troubles, whether it could be through these partnerships or something else. What's the latest with the team going, Adele? How I know you guys there at the store are always working on something. It takes a village to really make all this stuff work. What's the latest in the retailer in the store? You guys been doing anything exciting for 420? Did you guys get into anything crazy for Cinco or for Memorial? What's been the haps there at the?
Well, the big one for us was opening Tewksbury. We did open the week of 420, so we had our
Oh
soft
wow,
launch, I believe, on the 15th. So that was
wow.
really big for us. And Tewksbury has a lot of new technology that we're
Hmm.
hoping to eventually bring into our Dracut store. But a lot of it was updated from technology that we already have in our Dracut store. So we have what's called the Peak Beyond system. It's an
Hmm.
RFID product system. We have tiles with product. You pull it down onto a platform, and the screen will change and tell you anything about that product.
Yep. I
We now
remember
have
that. This is dope.
transferred that into a bigger system in Tewksbury that also includes the lift and learn. So we now have tethered bud jars that you can smell the bud, and as you lift it up, the screen will tell you everything you need to know about that strain, its
Oh, that's
terpene
dope.
profile,
Like
its
like
cannabinoid
motion
profile,
activated almost kind of thing.
and add to cart.
And they add the cart. Let's go. That touchscreen feature is dope. That's got to be
Mhm.
cool.
And it's great too because it gives the customers an opportunity to learn, right? They're going
Yeah.
based on what they're seeing in the bud. They're going based on how that bud smells because when you pick that up, it doesn't have testing listed on it. It doesn't have terp profiles. It doesn't have who the cultivator is. It's only
Yeah.
when you pick it up that the screen will tell you all that information. But your nose knows. If you think it smells good, that's probably what you're looking for.
We- Words to live by still. I mean, even after all this years and having tried so many products, that's the one thing that holds true through thick and thin, no matter what in the space, right?
Hmm.
The nose knows, your body knows what it's missing. It knows what it's going to like. Sometimes it may not smoke the way it smells though, which is going to be tricky. Adele, how do you really identify, or define what's a quality product? What's a good? What do because there's these different categories, right? So like, let's start with flower. Like, what do you look for in a good flower when it's supposed to be a $25 eighth or a $20 eighth? How do you describe that kind of product? If you
I
can,
mean,
this
for
is
me,
count.
I
That's a count.
always
That's
love
a
to look at a
freestyle
good
count.
terp profile,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I'm always going to look at the terpenes, see what's going on in there. Cannabinoids, it can't just be about THCA, right? We're going to look for some things that have CBN, CBG,
Yep.
those kind of things, because even recreationally, cannabis is medicine, even if it makes you feel good. We want to make sure that the flower itself has good qualities to it outside of just testing. And outside of just presentation, because sometimes even the smallest machine trim popcorn buds can still hit,
Yeah, of
right? It's
course.
still got that terp profile. It's still got those cannabinoids. And sometimes, I mean, as we all know, we've had some really good looking hand trim stuff and it looks great, doesn't translate in the smoke, right?
Yeah, the
So,
drying cure is often an area of struggle for people that uh, didn't think it would be as important of a step in the process as it really was.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a difficulty people often find in New England here too, because we're operating in some of us new buildings. In our case, some of
Hmm.
them, mill buildings, old, retrofitted, good old fashioned stone brick buildings in New England.
Yeah,
So I think everybody, they kind of have to tailor it to themselves. And the New England climate is constantly changing. You got the end of summer hot humidity, and you got the dead of winter, -6, super dry outside. So it's always just about being on top of your game, dialing it in, and just knowing what you're doing.
have you been doing the R&D yourself to help with some of the Lazy River products? And then second part to that, are you still trying as many products and giving brands a chance at the shop as you did or back in the day, or do you just do that pretty consistently, or how does that work for you?
I mean, I'm always hungry to try the new stuff. I'm always
Mhm.
out here trying to see what other people have out for genetics, for strains. What does their cure and packaging look like? Can I bring that back and use that in our own product development? And to answer your question about product development, that QC process, it's not just me. We got a whole team here. We do a meeting every week. We do a meeting every Monday, every Wednesday. We have whole reports. We have a whole team and feedback system. So when we get our QCs and we go through, we can all make this anonymous feedback to just say, we liked this, but we didn't like this. So what we were getting honest answers on, is this a product that we want to put out to market?
Yeah. No, that's incredible. What are some of those things that you particularly look for within your guys' own family of products? Because obviously, like, do you grade your guys' weed or give feedback the same way you do other brands, or is that differently
I think I
done?
tend to be a bit harsher actually with our own stuff
Oh
because
wow,
I
okay,
there's more control over it, right? You
yeah,
know, we have the opportunity there to do we need to change the cure process? Do we
hmm
need to look at packaging to ensure that, this stuff is as fresh as it can come? Do we want to take a look at our pre-roll papers? Is it smoking well? Those kind of things. So I think I have a tendency to be a little bit more harsh because there's more control here and we strive for quality always.
yeah. They definitely. I feel like you guys have a much. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that have a really inclusive feedback program for their products, but I just felt like there was a really strong human group effort beyond just the paperwork or like the surveying of the information.
Yeah,
Uh,
any
I mean,
flowers
bigger
product that
places have
we
bigger operations can probably obviously have to have a different situation. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think bigger operations are able to give every single staff member a QC sample on all new flower strains, which is something
Yeah.
that we do here because we want everybody from the CSR to the cultivation manager to be able
Mhm.
to try this stuff, test it out. How is it? How does it smoke? As a collective, we're all different people, right? We have a very diverse, inclusive staff here from all walks of life, and something that someone might like may not be something somebody else likes. So,
Right.
why is that? And how does that translate to the consumer?
Now, Massachusetts is one of the original places in America and for the United States, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of the OG places. Uh, I actually remember driving by and seeing like the landing spot or whatever there. I think it's what Plymouth or whatever.
Yeah, Plymouth Rock.
Right when I was
Awesome
out
tea
there
party.
for like a week, and there's just a lot of history, is what I'm getting at. And so, with you guys, July 4th coming up, a couple days. What do you guys have planned? What are the people? What should the people be excited for, Adele?
I think everybody here is just excited to spend time with their loved ones. I mean, New England, we all know how the traffic gets around here during July 4th. So most of us
Mhm.
are just hanging out with our family, right? Doing those cookouts, hitting those fireworks shows, having fun with our friends, playing lawn games, and just relaxing. I think New Englanders, we have a tendency to go at a speed that is much faster than the rest sometimes.
Mhm.
So we definitely take this opportunity to just unwind.
What's your favorite lawn game to play
Ooh,
while you're
cornhole.
drinking or smoking?
Cornhole.
You're okay, cornholer. Okay,
Oh, yeah. Easily.
easy. I'm a pong person myself, but I'm not bad at cornhole. You
Yeah,
give me
Pong's
anything
more
to throw,
indoor
and I'm
game.
pretty good at it.
Pong is more a college basement during winter for me, right?
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
not enough. I'm used ever since I have like been bouncing around LA a little bit here and there. I see these college kids out in the sun and like enjoying it. But in Washington, it was always raining and cold and windy.
Exactly. You guys have sun all the time. We went
Yeah,
13
100%.
Saturdays with no sun.
I think they had like at least like 50 with it straight. I don't
Oh,
know. California is a different beast. Adele, you've been a part of the industry there for how many years now? How long has it been there in the Massachusetts cannabis industry now? How many years?
since 2018,
Okay, so very,
I
very.
started working in soil and fertilizer. I moved into dispensaries in 2021.
Mhm.
But I mean, long before that, 2009 was my first cannabis event with High Times in New York City.
Wow, incredible. What's
And that's
your
when I knew.
what's if you could share one or two of your favorite memories there since Massachusetts adult use has started, because this is like obviously there's New York now and Jersey, but I love Massachusetts. I love the weed there. I love the people there. I love the vibes. When we were all out in Vegas together, that was so much fun for me. It was like, oh my god, my Massachusetts friends. Oh my gosh, my Washington family. Holy cow, these are the Cali homies. It was just like so much love all the time. So I was like, I really enjoy the community that you guys have out there. If you could share one or two of your favorite stories there in Massachusetts cannabis, to help people get a perspective of what it's like and what it could be like to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mass, we're only so many square miles, right? So we're close knit here. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody's always helping each other, right? There's a really good sense of community here. So the events here, I have a tendency to be more authentic, right?
Mhm.
Even product activations, you're still going to see people show up and show out for their friends, for the community that they support. We have some great event spaces around here. There's Summit Lounge in
Yeah,
Worcester. That was a really big one for us. I think getting to have like a dedicated space to go and like kind of like, cheers, but with weed, right? I can rent out a bong, get a milkshake, and smoke my favorite strain with, 20 or 30 of my closest friends in the industry, right?
right.
That's always been really cool. But also getting to see what people do when it's nice out, right? Getting to go to the beach and have an event on a Monday afternoon. We're all just hanging out over in this balcony and on the beach, just hanging out and smoking. Like,
Yeah,
that's really cool. That is not something I thought I would see in my lifetime. And that was for charity, right? That
yeah.
was to be able to help the local community and to come together and to give back not just what we get to receive every day, but what we get to put forth into our community. So that was really cool.
There is a really big culture in cannabis of charity, equity, opportunity, paying it forward, and I would just say being helpful. I think people
Mhm,
are do all those other things and are helpful in their in like what those represent, but they also are just like, well, what can I do you for? Is it a joint that you need? Do you need a lighter? Is it as simple as those two things? Like, because we got you. Or what is it more personal, even beyond that, right?
mhm.
How can I help you find a job? Who do I know that might be able to be valuable? I tend to find a lot of that kind of energy across cannabis versus in a lot of other things it was definitely less and less. Adele, we just saw the NBA Finals come to an end. Sadly, Boston didn't make it into the finals at all. We had a pretty gruesome injury with your guys' Celtics. Big shout out to Jason Tatum. Hopefully, he has a great year next year when he comes back. Or he's probably going to sit out the whole year. But point being, I'm a basketball person. You know this. I'm a sports guy. So I like to do a starting five right now of what your starting five best products are
Mhm.
in or favorite if you don't want to do best because you might piss people off. But spicy or not, what's your starting five for Massachusetts products that if someone who only smokes fire wants the best, loves edibles, wants to drink something, whatever it is, but like what's the five you really recommend to someone like us that comes from somewhere else into Mass?
I mean, right now I'm going to say number one, board grapes. It's our newest strain that we just dropped, and I'd say it's our most flavorful since Dante's Inferno. It's got this really lovely grape taste without tasting medicinal.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, always. Number two,
Really?
I'd say the melancholy from Fresh Connection. It's
Okay.
really refreshing. It's got a nice smoke on it. It's definitely great for summertime. Um, Aura Cannabis is doing some really great stuff. They got their Deadhead OG. That
Oh,
one,
love Deadhead.
absolutely fire. Is so good. It's such a smooth smoke. Definitely not mids at all. Quality bud there. I'd say fourth, I'd go with Harbor House, Dolce de Uva, Live Rosin and Vape.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
they've really done some things in their oil and flour the last couple of years.
They have some great quality rosin, and when they put that thing in the vape, it's been living in my bag, two of them, for quite some time because I don't wanna give them up. They're like my go-tos, right? They're my specials. They're like, "Oh, I need a moment. This is what I'm going for."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then number 5, I think I'm
Mm.
gonna have to go with a classic Buzzies orange soda,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Nice,
love that because
refreshing,
if
really
we're gonna
good.
get high smoking and dabbing, I'm gonna need a beverage too.
Right, right, and I don't drink, so I really like, the sodas. I also like tinctures. Good
Mhm.
Vibes makes a mango guava right now. I've been
Yeah,
putting that
yeah.
in with 2 squirts of the tropical punch sugar-free Kool-Aid and a half a packet of the lemon lime liquid IV. 20 ounces, I'll drink all that water in, like, 5 minutes. It's
Good
so good.
vibes, making the cut. Let's go. Two delicious beverage options, three flower options, some rosin. Let's
Mhm.
go, man. Harbor House making the cut. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Adele, the starting five coming in, representing Massachusetts. I love to hear that. Now let's pivot the question. What's the bangers coming from Lazy River right now? I fly into Mass, I slide over to Dracut, and what's the other one again?
Tewksbury.
Tewksbury. I said Tewksbury in my head, and I was like, "There's no way there's a town called Tewksbury."
There
Tewksbury.
is. There is.
It doesn't sound real. Tewksbury. I love it. Okay, so then I mob over to Tewksbury because your bangers. are all
Hmm.
over there, right? Because it's your new store. It just opened.
Hmm.
So what am I picking up? Starting five bangers, Lazy River products, Adele.
TH cheese.
Oh, can't forget the slices.
I'm just saying, summertime, you're gonna be
Nah,
making
number
burgers, you're
one,
gonna be
she
having
came
grilled
ready. You
cheese.
didn't even wait. The cheese. I can't forget
The cheese.
the
The
THC
cheese.
cheese.
Freeze pops, right? We got
Yeah.
some lemon lime freeze pops.
Yeah,
Always a
fucking
go-to.
summertime. Let's go. We're having fun. We're making grilled cheeses
Mm.
out of the beach, dog. Let's go. Ham sandwich.
Pink Paloma live rosin. Pink Paloma is the new
Ooh.
strain we came out with. It's so good, but in the live rosin, it really brings out those terps.
Yeah. That
Mm.
that like that weird melon funk.
Yeah. I'd have to say the cherry lemon gummies. Those are
Okay.
pretty good.
After the cherry lemons. Yeah,
Yep,
the
that one.
layers.
It's refreshing. It's a really refreshing flavor. It kind of reminds me of a really good Shirley Temple,
Oh, that sounds
almost in a way.
yeah, yeah.
Because you got the Sprite, lemon lime, and you got the cherry.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And then, if I was gonna choose a final,
You haven't said
I mean,
any
I think I'd have
flour
to
yet.
go with our peanut butter chocolate.
You didn't say any flour.
No, I feel like I listed plenty of our flour earlier, right? Like I told you how much I
We'll give
really
you
love
we'll
that
give you
board
the
grape.
chocolate
Like,
that you're about to say that you want to say, and then I'll give you a sixth slot because I'm interested in what you pick for the flour.
ooh,
That's particularly out of all of them.
okay.
So what was the chocolate you
So
want to say?
chocolate's gonna be the
Okay.
peanut butter, right? We got the Focus peanut butter. It's so
Focus
good.
peanut butter? What does that
Um,
mean?
yeah, it's got some extracts in it that help with like focus.
Oh,
So I know we have passion flower in our nighttime one. I want to say it might be some sort of goji berry or other like supplement that helps with focus. That's in our
interesting.
peanut
You
butter.
guys
It's
definitely
so
do
good.
between the cheese, the pops, and this product right there. That is innovating cannabis edibles. Uh,
Yeah, we want to make some focus-based products too, right? It's not just about the high. Sometimes it's about where the high gets
yes.
you, right? Does it get you to relax? Does it get you to focus
Yeah,
on what
because
you're
I'm
doing?
trying
Does
to
it
eat
give you
that
the
peanut
energy you
butter,
need?
then eat an apple at the same time and go to the gym. That's something I'm trying to go for a walk. That's a little breakfast snack. Like, yeah,
Workout.
I love apples and peanut butter. That's one of my favorite all time snacks. Sandwiches are great, but I hate eating so much bread. So love apples and peanut butter. That would be my oh my gosh. Okay, and then pick,
Now I kind of want to make a
pick your
dip out of
flower,
them.
Adele, because I'm interested in this one. You guys
Pick
got
my
so many
flower.
options. You just mentioned a few moments ago. You mentioned the poison mints. That one's a
Hmm.
smacking sativa. Uh, some
Hmm.
real
Cherry
the new
wave.
cherry wave. Yep.
Cherry wave, another good one. Board
Or
grapes has
grapes,
always
another
been
new
good.
one. Okay. But see, that's the thing.
I think if I was really going to go for it right now, like if I was about to walk in the store and pick something out, it would either be the Juicy J or the Dantes. They're classics, right? They hit every time so
I love that.
consistently.
I love that. I love.
Never a bad
And you know
batch.
what? Having smoked with you, like you just said, there's never a bad batch. I haven't had a bad situation where it's like, I don't really know if I want to hit that. And I've been around the country with you a little bit, smoking
Yep.
there, Vegas, done tried it, and you pulled out some fire when I seen you there in Vegas. So um, I'm very appreciative of you tapping in with us, Adele, and sharing the latest with you guys, the latest with the store. Congratulations on the new Tewksbury location. Big shout out to the team. Make sure you tell Dean I said hello and said congrats, and tell what's up
We'll do.
to Kevin, and say, yo man, what's good? Like, say it with a little attitude, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think I can convince Kevin to hop on here next
Yeah,
time with
man,
me,
we definitely could.
right?
I'd love to talk weed with him for sure, and really dive into some of the processes that are happening there. Maybe he could bring on one of his manufacturing people for the rest of these infused bubble hash pre rolls that we got that are crushing out
Yeah.
there. Adele, before we get you out of here, I usually like to end the episodes with like giving my guests the floor or a platform to share, promote something. I felt like we covered a really good breadth of the brand and the retail stuff today, but if there's something else that you guys have going on or something that maybe you'd like to share, I just want to first say thank you. I appreciate your time, and the floor is yours.
Um, I'd say come check out our next Riverfest. It's going to be in September right here on the property. It's always a good event. We got live music, free food, beer tent. It's just a really good time and a great way for us to show up for our community. And we just invite everybody to come out,
What's up
come
with the
hang.
karaoke Riverfest? How can we get some of those? Remember all those older customers that were there hanging out, drinking the whole time?
Yeah.
That was all like when I was like, I'm trying to get up there and sing "I Believe I Can Fly." You know what I'm saying? And hear some other people.
You know what? I think the marketing team's listening, so I'm sure we
Let's
can
go.
make that
That was
happen.
just a high idea. I've had a lot of really bad ones recently, but I felt like that one was a good one we're sharing.
I'm down for it. I'm down
I'll get
for it.
up
Love
there
good
with you if we got
karaoke.
to do like an NSYNC Backstreet Boys edition. You know what I'm saying? Or like,
What's your go-to song?
I mean, initially I'm just gonna do "Bye Bye Bye" because then we could dance and hit that dance move that they hit when they pointed at those. That'd be so fun. And
There you
if I'm
go.
high enough and drinking an IPA, I'll definitely do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There you
So as
go.
long as we're
I'm down for
two
it.
out of the, I think there's five in sinkers. We need three more. Adele, me and you.
Oh, we can make it happen. We'll get
Well,
Kevin
hey,
up there.
everybody watching, you guys got to stay tuned. Number one, you got to get out to Riverfest. What's the date again, Adele?
It's in September.
Do we have
Uh,
the date yet?
it's on our website at
Easy.
lazyriverproducts.com.
LazyRiverProducts.com is the website. Make sure y'all tap in, learn more about the brand, learn more about the locations, learn more about scheduling your pickup order, place your pickup order first and foremost. And then while you guys are at it,
Mm-hmm.
make sure y'all slide over to Tewksbury. Make sure you guys pop over to Riverfest, head over to Dracut. You got to do all the things, buy the weed at all the locations. Make sure you guys just choose to support, man. That's what it's all about. Really dope to have you again, Adele. Thank you guys so much. Everybody watching this episode is brought to you guys by our sponsor, Trees. Make sure you guys tap in if you guys need point of sale e-commerce analytics or just help support making money at your dispensary. These guys know what they're doing. They've been our partners and have empowered us for 3 years, so we rock with them heavy. I love you guys. Adele, love you. I appreciate y'all, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.